Hello, how are you doing today? So hello, we are going to be doing a 30-minute mobility and strength Pilates session. So we're going to get thoroughly warmed up, get mobile, get flexible and do some strength work, some deep core work throughout the course of this session. So as long as you are feeling fit and well and able to do so in yourself, shall we begin? Let's connect with our core to begin with, shall we? Take a deep breath in, reach all the way up, open out through the chest, pull those scapulas together, place the hands on the pelvis, bend into your knees, so your kneecaps are looking at your middle three toes, your feet are planted to the ground and your feet are underneath your pelvis and your knees. And we are going to rock the pelvis forward and back to start loosening off through the lumbar spine and engaging through the deep core. So by firing up and communicating with the deep core, we set off the powerhouse of the body. So we connect the core and then the extremities will be stronger in doing so because they have that foundational strength from the core, and then we can delve into the rest of the body, amplifying our strength throughout it by switching on this core. If you need a little bit more depth and bending in the knees, do so, because that's going to give you a better range of movement from the pelvis. Now as we shorten the abdominals, we exhale, we have that natural contraction, that 360 contraction around the midsection. As we inhale, we lengthen, open up that corset effect, exhale, close the corset. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Chest is still open, shoulders are still down away from the ears. And we are exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. All 4 points of the feet are in contact with the ground. We're going to bring the hands to the bottom of the rib cage, shoulders are still down, and we circle around one way and circle around the other way. And we're aiming to keep from the bottom of the rib cage up, keep that as still as possible. Good stuff. Now you're feeling any restrictions anywhere in particular you think, oh, I could do with loosening that area off a little bit more. So our ideal is to be limbering up through the lumbar spine, connecting through the core, and getting used to opening up through the chest, shoulders down, and keeping our gaze lifted. One more. Lengthen out through the legs. Drive the pelvis into neutral, so all 3 points of the pelvis look forward. Take a deep breath in, wiggle the fingers as you do, exhale, open out through the chest. And we're going to drop the head around the shoulders and roll all the way down. Feel that lovely, lovely stretch in the back of the legs. And then in your own time, roll up through your spine, vertebra by vertebra, one at a time. Again, pelvis to neutral, reach all the way up to the ceiling. Open out through the chest, drop the head around the shoulders, and again, roll all the way down. So that again, that lovely stretch in the back of the legs. All 4 points of the feet in contact with the floor, and again, knees are bent as much as you need to. Now when we restart the spine, you might need to bend your knees that little bit more. You don't want to put a strain on the backs of the legs or the back. Again, inhale, lift up, open out through the chest, drop the head around the shoulders, let's roll down again. And then we're going to roll back up. Take your time. Pelvis to neutral, shoulder roll at the back. Reach up over the head into lateral flexion. And then we're going to open and close the chest on the diagonal. So again, into lateral flexion, reach up and over. And then the other way, up and over. And then diagonal, scapular retraction. And again, reach up and over. So we're getting the scapula to move, warming through the shoulder blades, warming through the chest, the back, getting everything just a little bit warmer, more mobile. Good stuff. And again, one more. And we open and open. Wonderful. Come into standing, open, closed door. So just be mindful we haven't started sitting the bum back and the chest forward and rounding off through the chest. We are still very much up and open throughout the chest as we continue to warm up. Continue to mobilise through the chest. You might feel this in your upper body, or you will, throughout the front of the chest, front of the shoulders, loosen the palms. You might feel that stretch there. So we're going to open out through the chest and then close through the chest. Open out. Again, we're not going into a sticking out bum pose. We are in neutral. We are opening the chest, retracting through the scapula and then closing the chest and opening through the scapula. Wonderful. One more here. Great stuff. Into lateral flexion again. 2 diagonals, one each side. Open, close door. One each side. And then close and open the chest and the back twice. Let's do that again. So we reach up and over into our lateral flexions. Into 2 diagonals. So getting thoroughly warm now. Into rotations. Close and open the chest. Good stuff. Couple more times. Lateral flexion first. 2 diagonal arm movements. So get a little bit more dynamic. Open and close the door. Close and open the chest and the back. And one more time. The upper body is getting thoroughly warm. And still coming into our neutral stance, not sticking the bum out. Let's get these legs a little bit warmer. So we're going to rotate, semicircle, lift and lower. Same again the other side. Semicircle, lift and lower. Right, all we are doing right now, just with the legs. And we are standing firm, standing strong, opening out through the chest, gaze lifted and our chin slightly elevated. But we're looking above our horizon, we're not looking down, we don't need to look down at the feet. We don't need to see what they're doing, we want to look at the horizon and just above. Balance-wise, the foot that's on the floor of our supporting leg, big toe, little toe, inside of heel, outside of heel, in contact with the ground. All right then. Let's add in. Arms, circle round, lift, and then lower. So the arms come forward, circle round, lift, and then lower. So the arms are forward, follow the leg back, follow the leg lift, and then down. So we're just mimicking with the arms what the legs are doing, or what that one leg is doing. And as we do so, we do it with effort. Concerted effort. We pull the shoulder blades together. So we're not just bringing the arms to here, we're pulling the shoulder blades together. Strong in the core, chest is lifted. Then we lift the knee up and then down. So we circle, lift, and then lower. So let's add into this. We are here. We tip from the hip into a dive. Now, if you feel not so confident in your balance today, you can come to here and then lift through. If you do feel a little bit more confident in your balance today, you can, do that again. We can come a little bit further into the dive, come back to standing, knee pull, lift and lower. So it is up to you how far into this you go, but essentially we are looking for straight legs throughout. So as long as you're maintaining lengthening of the legs, go as far into the dive as you feel able to do so. So we swing round into our dive and then lift. Now we're going to add in again. So we circle round, come into the dive, wherever you stop, that's fine. Reach the arms forward, biceps by the ears, and then swim them back around behind you. Lift the knees up and then down. So working on scapular retraction, strength through the leg, through the core. Ooh. Arms come forward, biceps by the ears, bring it all the way back round and back through. That way again, semicircle, pin the shoulder blades together, open through the chest. So when we get the shoulder blades together, we're not lifting up through the shoulders, we're not elevating the shoulders to the ears, we're pulling down, retracting the scapula, retracting the rhomboids. Come into our dive. We keep retracting the scapula, arms forward, arms back, so we're not using the shoulders essentially to lift the shoulders up towards the ears. We are keeping them down. Circle forward, circle back, and come through and down. All right, one more on each side. We're just getting that focus, that concentration one more time. Lift the arms through, biceps by the ears, take them back, upright the torso, and down. Throw the arms. All right, so now come to the back of your mat. We are coming down to the ground. Big breath in, reach all the way up. Exhale, drop the head around the shoulders. Let's roll all the way down, just like we did in the warm-up. And then walk forward into down dog. Have a little pedal push while we're here. A big exhale, drive your heels towards the floor, heart towards the shins. Enjoy that stretch. Onto all fours, arch out through the back and sit back into child's pose. Arms forward, relax through the arms, relax through the wrists. Have a little circle of the wrists if that feels good. If you feel you need to. We then come up onto all fours. So opposite arm to leg. Abduct out to the side, bring it back to the centre. Bring the arm down and the leg, diagonal drop like you're drawing upside down V, then bring it back down. Same again on the other side, opposite arm to leg, abduct out, bring it back in, hand comes down, diagonal drop, all while keeping the torso still. So the torso remains exactly where it is. This movement comes from the hip. Centre, hand comes down, diagonal drop, and then back in. Fantastic. And take your time with it. We are not rushing, we're not going quickly. Take your time with it. Keep that distance between your hips and your rib cage as far as you can. Keep lengthening out those abdominals. Right, so after this one, we're going to be adding in. We tuck the toes, come up into down dog. We do 2 down dog presses, so make sure you're looking between your feet, the heart looks towards your shins. 2 down dog presses, and then back down we go. Again, opposite arm to leg, abduct, centre, bring it down. Our diagonal leg drops. Same again on the other side. Abduct, centre, diagonal leg drops. Tuck the toes, up into down dog. Now to create more space, slightly turn your fingers in. So essentially, your thumbs are nearly looking at each other and your little fingers are both looking at 12 on the clock. Bend those elbows, press into the heels of the hands, and then come back down and go again, so opposite arm to leg. Now just be mindful we're not arching out through the back at any point of this. Keep the abdominals switched on. Keep that corset effect going on. It may appear sometimes that we're trying to gain height with the leg, but what we are trying to achieve, what we want to achieve, is security around the midsection, so we're not arching or dipping the back, and we're not having to rely on other areas. We're utilising the areas that we need to. Got a little change coming up, little progression, if you choose to do it. Same again the other side. So still the same in 4-point kneeling. We come up into down dog, and instead of 2-legged dog or 4-legged dog, we're going to 3-legged dog. So we lift one leg, down dog press, switch sides, down dog press, and then bring it down. And then we go again. So you can progress, so it just adds a bit more leverage, a bit more intensity to what we are doing. Opposite arm to leg, ducked, centre, hand comes down, over to the leg, up we go, down dog press, 3-legged or 4-legged, up to you. Now we're going to progress again, so I'm going to show you the 4-legged progression and then the 3-legged. Oops, opposite arm to leg, duck centre, diagonal drop down of the leg, same again the other side, diagonal drop. Here's the 4-legged. 2 down dog presses. On the second one we hold, look at the floor, and then bring the heart down to the floor in between the hands. So what we need to do at that point, hands are looking in, so 1, hold on the second, look at the floor, and then as you bring your heart in front, you bring your elbows in. We lift, and then back to 4-point kneeling. So I'm going to show you that one again. Opposite arm to leg, abduct centre, hand comes down. We've got our single leg crossover. Again, abduct, centre. And here's our 4-point, our 4-legged dog. So 1, hold on the second, look at the floor. Elbows in as the heart comes down, then the body goes to the floor. We lift and then sit back into all fours, 4-point kneeling. I'm going to show you that one more time, and then I'll show you the 3-legged version. Again, up to you which one you go for. So here we go. Slight in-turn of the hands, 1, 2, look at the floor, elbows in as we bring the heart down to the ground. We're going to cobra and then back to 4-point kneeling. Now here is the bigger version. We do our diagonal leg drops. And same again the other side, opposite arm to leg, abduct, centre, drop the legs down. Up we go, down dog, 3-legged. We do 2 presses on one side, look at the floor, and then swoop down. So it's more controlled. We then come up into down dog again, go for the other leg, so 3-legged dog, 2 presses, hold on the second, look at the floor, heart drops down to the floor, and then we glide up. So we'll do that again. 3 more times through, and then we'll do a little bit of lying down. So as always, up to you whether you add in the swoop. You don't have to add in the swoop. You don't need to. If you're not feeling it, that's fine. You don't have to add it in. Lift the other leg. 1, 2 presses, look at the floor, heart down, glide up. So 3 more times through. If you are sticking with option 1 or 2, then you can do your 2 more times through, and then you can sit into child's pose. as I just finish off these 3. With whoever wants to do the 3 with me, of course. One leg lifts, 1, 2, swoosh, up again. Other side, 1, 2, look at the floor, swoosh. One more time through. Opposite arm to leg, drops in centre. Our diagonal leg drops. We're feeling this now, right? Most definitely feeling this. Core, arms, everything we're feeling. We do our swoosh and we go again. Oh, right, one more time through. How are the arms feeling? If you need to drop down a level, feel free to do so. Or stay with me just for this final run through of this sequence. Last time through. Here we go. Make it your best. Save the best till last. As always, make it your best. Lots of effort, lots of strength. And then into child's pose. Woo! Very warm after that. Circle the wrist. The arms are definitely feeling that one. So circle through the wrists. That's it, ease them off. Alright, then we're going over onto our backs. So turn it over, take a lie down, full body stretch. Tips of the toes, to the tips of the fingers, and everywhere in between. Alright, bring the legs, bring the feet a comfortable distance from your bum. Lower the back towards the floor, but we're not smooshing it down, we're not doing that. Arms by your sides. We're going to lift one leg up, take it out to the side, back to the centre, and then down. Same again the other side, lift, out to the side, centre, and down. So we lift. Now the other hip, we don't want it to move. The other leg, we don't want it to move. So we lift the leg. The static leg stays firmly still. We're working on hips, working on core control as we go. So make sure we are exhaling to secure that core. Right, bring the arms up. Option 2, as we take the left leg out, we take the right arm out. Back to centre, bring it down, same again the other side. Lift the right leg, take the left arm out to the side. So it's a bit of a brain challenge here as well. Open close again, feel that deep within your core. Take your time, we don't rush this. Okay, so if we do want a little bit more, we bring the legs up into tabletop, go out to the side, and come back in. So this is this is level 2. And we will be adding in a little bit more. We're going to go out on the diagonal as well. So if you are sticking with option 1, this is where we go. So we lift a leg, we go out to the side, and then that same leg, diagonal, straighten the leg, straighten the arm, back to the centre, and then down. Left leg, lift it, we go out to the side, and then go on the diagonal. That one again, so we lift, out to the side first, and then out on the diagonal. Show you one more time on this side, and then we'll go to level 2. And here's level 2. So we're already up in tabletop. So opposite arm to leg out to the side, and then a diagonal drop. Again, out to the side first. Diagonal drop. It's you automatically want to do the diagonal straight away. And I feel that. Let's focus our concentration, focus our effort. So we go out to the side first, then on the diagonal. Let's add into this to make it that little bit tougher. We reach up to the toes, we open into a dish, you stop wherever it feels good for you, we come all the way back up, and then back to tabletop. So out to the side first, then on the diagonal. Same again, out to the side, on the diagonal, and then if you want to add this, legs to the ceiling, reach for the toes, squeeze your inner thighs together. We're not squeezing the knees together. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the thighs into a dish, and all the way back up. And then we go again. So out to the side first, then on the diagonal. And again, out to the side, diagonal. Reach for the toes. If you want to reach for the toes, but you don't want to do the dish, don't do the dish. Reach for the toes, and then go back to tabletop. We always have options. Again, out to the side, on the diagonal. Reach for the toes, an option to go into the dish or not. Right, we're going to do that two more times through. Out to the side, diagonal, same again. Reach for the toes, into a dish if you choose, or not, you don't have to. Alright, one more time. Out to the side, on the diagonal, same again. Out to the side, on the diagonal. Reach for those toes. Into a dish. We close the dish, pull the knees into the chest. Head down, wrap the arms around the legs. And we rock side to side. And enjoy that movement. Arms go wide into a capital T, palms to the ceiling, toes to the floor. Drop your legs over to the left and turn your head to the right. Ease that off. Breathe into that stretch. Stretch that pelvis away from the ribcage. As you exhale, bring it back to the centre, then drop the legs over to the right. Turn your head to the left. Again, think about creating more space between the ribcage and the pelvis. Exhale, bring it back to the centre. Full body stretch. Then pull the knees into the chest. Little rock and roll. Tuck the chin. Really commit to rolling through the spine. And we roll up to seated. Soles of the feet together and open up through the hips. Ease it off. Relax into it. Wonderful. So we cross the feet, then come onto all fours. We're going to roll through the spine clockwise, and then anti-clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise. One more time. Arch out through the spine, tuck the toes, come up into down dog. Do a few heavy pushes here. And then a big exhale, drag towards the floor, heart towards the shins. We then walk the hands in towards the feet. The feet land underneath the hips, bend the knees as much as you need. Kneecaps looking at those middle three toes. Into the floor. We then, in our own time, roll up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, one at a time. Lengthening the legs, pelvis to neutral, heart open, reach up to the ceiling, and then exhale, throw the arms. You step in, take a breath in, reach up, exhale down, inhale up, and again, down and up. One more time, down and up. Hold at the top. Open through the heart, palms to the ceiling, chest proud, gaze lifted, and give yourself a round of applause. Thank you very much for joining me for that one. I do hope you feel more flexible, more mobile, and you realise actually how much stronger you are than you realise. So keep developing that strength, keep developing that mobility and the flexibility, and I look forward to seeing you for the next one. Have a good day.